Okay. Hello. So we've got a surprise stream today, since we don't normally stream on Tuesday. Husband finished his D&D game, and so we're gonna go now. So hi. We're in a really shitty weather pattern at the moment, of just like non-stop severe potential thunderstorms for like the rest of the week. So today we got a break. They originally said we were gonna have thunderstorms today, but we got a break. We had some nasty ones last night. A tree fell over. Oh good, now the phone's gonna ring. A tree fell over a couple doors down and just it like splintered. I don't know if lightning hit it. It doesn't look like it was on fire, but the way it fell, it's very, very strange. So, okay, sorry about that. Like everybody decides to make a shit ton of noise when I go live. Even the phone knows. But, yeah, so today we're gonna do our WoW Challenges stream instead of tomorrow, because tomorrow they're predicting we're under a flood watch already, okay? Until Thursday. So, and I was looking at the hourly forecast, and they're predicting thunderstorms through the entire afternoon into the evening overnight on Wednesday, tomorrow. It probably won't work out that way, but with them issuing the flood watch as well, I'm kinda nervous to play Let's Wait and See, because Thursday is kind of much of the same. So, yeah, we're gonna do this today. I actually had something else in mind for today, but we might do that tomorrow. Maybe, I don't know. I might just do that offline and take tomorrow off because I've been so busy. I really need another catch-up day. I've got a lot to do, but yeah, well, I don't know if we'll be doing anything tomorrow after all. I might be taking tomorrow off, so let's get going here and we'll get logged in. I have to do a Mother's Day present either later tonight or tomorrow, or start it, and I don't know if I'm going to just record that and post that up, or if we're gonna stream that. I might just record it, cause it's a long project, or it will probably be a long project, cause I need to like needle felt a little chicken, or a rooster or some shit. So I don't really know how that's gonna go. What the fuck is this? Sign of the Twisting Nether, bonus event, Burning Crusade time walking. Okay, sure. Alright. So we're at least gonna get our 4 Bloodthirsties worked on today. I was really hoping to bring the warrior back this week. Yeah, that didn't happen. I'm hoping, why do I feel laggy? I'm hoping that tomorrow will be a different story, or tomorrow. I'm hoping next week will be a different story. I just woke up. And I think I've been up like an hour. My brain's still not functioning. I just didn't have the time to get to them this week. The DK was a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie. I really had to bully myself into getting that DK done. It didn't help that I was fighting a leather farmer that has settled into the middle of where I was leveling. So it's it's become a real trial being there, and I know a lot of people like, well, just move, go somewhere else. There's only so many places that are safer for bloodthirsty challengers out there in Bastion. Hopefully next level I'll be able to move somewhere else based off of my experimentation through this last level. We'll get into that more when we get started over there on the DK, because we'll be hitting up the DK last. And over there, because I have to switch servers, so I consider them like no man's land, I guess. But yeah, that was something. And it wasn't just the one character I was battling them on. I was battling them on 2 different characters, so it was really just getting on my nerves. I had to keep widening out my leveling loop so I could get some sort of kills in. Because the way my timing was to them, I was coming up on areas that they had already killed, and they were skinning, so the bodies were gone, so I had no idea how long it had been since they had come through there, and then I was left standing there waiting, and I was like, this isn't gonna work. This really isn't working. So, yeah, there was a lot of shenanigans with those 2 that are out in Shadowlands right now. Which is why I welcome the larger zones that are potentially coming for Dragon Isles. So there's more places for people to spread out and do their thing in. Oh, there's that feather. Because it's been... Oh, our first feather on this one. It's been a pain. Being so confined in, and I can't... I mean, if I spend the money on the scouting map, we could potentially go somewhere else, but I haven't found any place else on the other islands that I am personally comfortable being in. So I'm just like, no. Damn it. Just no. But, you know, I did not want to go after a lower XP mob when I knew I could go after a higher one and get done faster when I could find that mob up. It was ridiculous. But that's okay, because at least for one of those characters, that should change this week. It's not going to make them go that much faster, but I mean, it might reduce their leveling by an hour. Because the DK is just slow in general, because you have to keep waiting for the runes to refresh. At least I do. I don't have any rune weapon thingies on, so I don't know if that's slowing me down or if it's just a talent thing. I don't know. But anyhow, we're on the Shaman. Shaman is Resto. Resto's been pretty good for me. I've dabbled in Elemental before. No, I'm sorry, in Enhancement before. It's okay. Elemental, I've tried it out here and there. Not necessarily with this one, but in the past, and I couldn't really get into a good rhythm with it, and the one time I was trying to level as Elemental, at very low level, like 15, 16, I think this might have been during BFA? Legion? One of those. Pre-level squish, let's put it that way. Where, where a rare bounced me and killed me because, like, Riptide's a resto thing. So, all of my heals were, like, casty heals, or... I don't know if I'd had a healing totem at that point yet. I don't remember. But, I felt slow, and I felt squishy, and all of the things, so... Resto just seems to be a slightly better fit. The last Resto Shaman I had died because of a mistake I made. I got lazy. And, compliant, I guess. And was in for, Fellwood. I was starting to say Feralis, but I'm like, no, it wasn't Feralis. I was in Fellwood. I think I was trying to get into Winter Spring. And I was at the last Alliance flight point. Down there near where the tunnel is. I forget what it is. Something with all the Worgans at it. And there's some goblins fighting Worgans along the path to and from the little quest hub down there. Where the flight path is and stuff. So, I was like, oh, well, this shit's all scripted. They're just gonna fight the NPCs. I'm just gonna run down the path. These things won't aggro me. Well, they did aggro me, and it surprised me, and I was like, oh, that's weird. I was like, oh, well, they'll leash. I'll just keep running. They didn't leash right away. And I should have stopped when the first one latched onto me and just fucking killed it. But my brain had a stubborn moment and was like, fuck this, I'm just gonna keep running. I don't want to deal with you right now. And that was a mistake. Because then another one jumped on the bandwagon to try to take me down. And then another one showed up. I think I had 3 or 4 on me by the time I was almost at the end of the path to the road, and they killed me because it was too much damage coming in. I was like, motherfucker shit. So I was mad. I was more mad at myself because I should have just stopped and dealt with the first one. So, but I mean, that was my error in judgment, I guess we'll say. Where I definitely should have just stopped and dealt with the problem instead of kept on plugging through head first. So, I mean, that could have been the shaman that we were leveling now instead of this one. I don't even remember what I had named that one. I really don't. It seems like a lifetime ago. Where are you? You're up here. Target needs to be in front of you. There we go. That's why I prefer getting them when they're down below. They're a little bit easier to see. So, I hope everybody's work week's been okay so far. My week's kind of been a blur. I actually had a brief moment where I thought today was Wednesday when I woke up, and I was like, oh my god, well, what did I do on Tuesday? And because I was thinking about what I was gonna do today, and for just a brief moment I panicked because I thought I had either slept through Tuesday or had no fucking memory of what I did. And it was slightly terrifying. At least for me, for a moment there, I was like, oh shit. I was like, but what did I do on Tuesday? Because I was remembering what I had done on Monday. And I was trying to tick off, okay, well, what do I need to do today? And just totally blanked before I realized, oh no, wait, it is Tuesday. I had a rough time sleeping last night. This morning. I was trying to get that DK leveled yesterday afternoon, right? And I was trying to race the storms coming in. I was trying to battle the leather farmer, and the leveling was slow. And I got about halfway through the, well, maybe a couple bars past halfway by about 8:30 last night. And the storms were about, you know, a half hour-ish out. And I'm like, well, fuck. I was like, well, let's stop. Because they've got some severe thunderstorm warnings butted up right to the state line. And I live in the county that's right on the state line with Oklahoma. So I'm like, this is a problem. Because they had tagged that severe thunderstorm warning as a tornado possible. So I was like, fuck. So I was like, okay, well, let's not be in the middle of a fight as this thing's coming in. So, because we don't know what it's going to do by the time it gets to us. So I got out of the game and I was like, well, I have a lot of paperwork I need to get caught up on. So I started, I was watching 2 different weather live streams from local newses and local news outlets. There we go. News is, yeah, okay. News stations. There we go. That makes more sense. And I was starting to work on some paperwork that I needed to get done because I still need to get write-ups done. I am working on your write-ups still, you guys. I am. I promise. Oh, and I had to do Children's Week write-up yesterday, too. That was another thing that I had to stop in and kind of just skim through to make sure that I hadn't done anything weird to last year's article, because some of the articles from last year I mentioned where only certain challenges were functioning for the tracker system. So I had to skim through and see if I had done that in that particular article because I didn't remember. So after I got done that, then I got hopped on the DK, and then later that night when the storms rolled in, I was trying to get some write-ups done. I've got 2 done. They're not posted yet, but they are done. They might not get posted till this weekend. Cause things and stuff. I'm waiting on something, so I can't post them yet. As of right now. So, I got 2 of those done, and my brain was getting a little tired. I was gonna get a 3rd one ready, and then I realized that the lightning had moved on for the most part. And I was like, oh, you know what? Let's do this. So I hopped back into WoW. What time was it at that point? I think it was around 1 a.m. And just tried to bust out the remaining, like, I don't know what it was, 7 bars I had left on the DK. And got that done. And I think it was like going on 4 a.m. by the time I finished that. And I was gonna go to bed. And then I was like, I walked out into the kitchen and saw the mess that was our kitchen sink with just dishes everywhere because it was storming and I couldn't do dishes when I wanted to do them and all of the things. So I was like, well, fuck. So I spent like an hour doing dishes from like 4:30 this morning to like, I don't know, 5:40 or something like that before I ran out of room to put the dishes to dry. So I was like, right. And then I went to bed. Spirit Link Totem summons a totem at the target location for 6 seconds. 6 seconds, which reduces damage taken by all party members and raid members within 10 yards by 10% immediately. And every 1 second, the health of all effect is reached. I don't really know if that's something that is viable for me to attempt to use. I kind of think it isn't, because it's just me. Whew, excuse me. Alright, so there's 43 on the shaman. Alright, we will crop our photo here. So we'll do our tweet. WoW challenges. Bloodthirsty Tidal Soul. Restore Shaman. Dings level 43. We have a slash played of 4 days, 7 hours, 8 minutes, and 15 seconds. Now, she was part of the Great Leveling Squish, so her slash play time is going to be a little bit longer compared to, say, the Demon Hunter or the Mage. Alright, so, and her kills are going to be a bit more than the others that were started at level squish. Okay. So we will tweet you along. I am still working on getting the recorded videos of the pacifist published or put up on YouTube. I think we have 3 levels, 3 videos to go, I think. That is also on my list of things to work on tonight or tomorrow, is to at least get one of those up. I have a art video I also need to edit because the first hour we were live doing art that one weekend, my mic was muted and I didn't know it.
Appreciate your patronage.
So 222. And an additional 16. Oh, it sounds like they've got somebody trying to chainsaw that tree that fell. It's just so funny the way it fell, because it fell in one direction, but it also fell in like a completely opposite direction, which is why it made me feel like lightning might have hit it. We never actually heard it fall. Or maybe we thought it was, like thunder or lightning at that point. There was a particularly loud thunderclap, which I suppose could have been it. Alright. Demon Hunter now. So Demon Hunter is in the same place as the Shaman. Sorry we didn't get to jump back and forth here. The Warrior is in Zoldazar, so they are Horde. So until we... I'm streaming today because tomorrow's supposed to be thunderstorms.
Sorry, I didn't realize.
Well, I decided to do it last minute because you weren't doing anything with Tyler at the moment.
No, that's fine. I just didn't realize.
Yeah, no, I didn't tell you. So, okay, that's an interesting name. I don't understand it, but okay. It's always interesting for me to hover over people's names to see what they named themselves. And wonder why. Why did you pick that name? Was it just something that popped up in the randomizer? Is there a story behind that name? Or are you just being dumb with some of those names that I've seen out there? Like the really bad name choices that could potentially get you in trouble. Like those names, I'm like, why? Why would you do this? Apparently it is a grand mystery. But, yeah, no, I'm gonna try to get at least a video edited tonight. Hopefully. The video edits take a little bit of time because I have to lay music in on top of them. And when I'm in a hurry, it can be a little tough because I'm trying to find similar music to what I've already laid in. I might use a lot of the same music that I used on the Speedfelt video, where it's a little bit country and stuff, just because those ones are a little bit bouncier. What's wrong?
Wendy's.
Okay.
Which one? Just usual.
I guess. Looks like my mother didn't want to cook today. Oh, what? Oh, we got a leather thingy. Pay attention. What did we get? A waist. Oh, we still need to replace those gloves. Alright, so this last one was item level 28. Oh, that's a big difference. That's quite a difference. Alright, so yeah, we're definitely gonna put that on. We'll tuck you down there. So what do we still have on? Oh, damn. We still need to replace pants, gloves. Oh, boy. I think that's it. We're not going to end up replacing these. It's very rare that I get a ring to drop. And, even, like, trinkets don't seem to. So, not that I've been doing the on-use effects on those. If they have them, I don't think we're supposed to. I just don't. Probably the same reason I haven't used the rune weapon enchantment on my DK weapon, because I wasn't sure if we could. And then there was a small kerfluffle where it was wrongly flagging characters apparently because we were able to use it, and then I was just like, fuck it, we've come this far without it, we're just gonna keep going. So I just didn't. I was like, yeah, no, I'll just not use it. It's fine. We'll be okay. So remember, if you're ever not sure about something, maybe go with no, I shouldn't do this, or I'm probably not allowed to do this. until you find out for sure. But then, you know, when I was in my hesitant moment of, are we actually allowed to do this? And I was just like, fuck it, we're just gonna not. Then I got so used to not having it that I was like, oh, we're fine. We don't need this. It's all good. And who knows, maybe it saved me some trouble. Because I don't really pay much attention to the rune weapon effects on the DKs, so for all I know, it could have spread shit to other mobs that I didn't want it spreading to, so. We do have the window cracked open, so traffic might be a little bit louder than normal. Apologies. Can't really do a whole lot about that. That's just the way it is. Busy road and all. And we certainly don't have the money to move. We're here. And we will be in this location for some time because we don't have the money to move. The only way we would be moving is if we sold this property. Which probably won't happen for some time. It may happen eventually. As husband and I have been occasionally mulling over long-term, or maybe not necessarily long-term, but down the road plans. How to word this? The husband and I have both been in interesting life situations, shall we say, where we've sort of felt not necessarily obligated, but I don't know the word, like, I've kind of, well, maybe obligated is the word. He's an only child. And his mom gets a little extra squirrely, shall we say, when she's left to her own devices. And he didn't like that she had been alone for so long with nobody around. Which is partly how we ended up down here and why we moved out of state from New Jersey. But I also had, I don't know, some sense of duty? I don't know. To keep an eye on my dad. It's a whole long ass story, but we've both kind of spent the majority of our lives. Hey, Mrs. Rakuru. Not necessarily looking after, but kind of, well, maybe looking after, or watching over, or having to be the adult in certain situations regarding our parents. So we've never really had the opportunity to do things for us, shall we say? You know, whether that be to financial situations or just all of the things we've always been doing for other people. We've always had to think about well, what about X, Y, and Z? Well, you know, we have to do this because of that. We've never really had the chance to just think about ourselves, each other. So, we've been every so often kicking around ideas about what we might do in a few years. So, we've kicked a couple different ideas around. But nothing completely seriously. So, you know, we may eventually move from this location. We'd have to figure out where we'd be going from here. It would probably be the last time we would move. So it would be a little bit kind of complicated. There's a lot of intertwining factors. But we will see what happens. Because lots of things hinge on, well, if X happens, then we'll do Y. But, you know, I get bored, so I like to look at potential real estate offerings in different areas, different states, try to feel out, well, what's cost of living like here? You know, what are taxes like for a property like this? I mean, I know things change, but it's nice to have an idea of what we may potentially be getting into. Husband really can't plan that far ahead. He'll get anxious about it since we don't know if we're actually going to be doing it or not. And a lot of things change between now and then, but I kind of just like to see what people are trying to get for what amount of money as far as property is concerned and what type of property and all that shit. So, in different states and things. Like, part of me really wants to go back to New Jersey because it's what I know. And I know I can get around there on my own if need be and things. Like, I'm familiar with the area, but it's so expensive to live there. I just don't know if it's feasible. Between the taxes and just cost of living in general. Like, the property taxes here are fairly low. Our property is not the greatest, though, so it might be because the house isn't, like, updated or anything, and it's kind of being held together with duct tape and spit, to be perfectly honest. But, you know, I was actually worried when we had the sewer line replaced that the taxes were gonna jump up, because I'm like, oh god, we're making home improvements, they're gonna reassess and they're gonna like bump it up. But our property tax actually went down by like $50 or $60 this year. It was very bizarre because everybody was talking about how tax was gonna go up. So I don't understand. So I'm like, okay, sure. I find this very, very bizarre. Maybe it's because there's so many people that moved into our town. I don't know. They do taxing very strangely here. Like, I can't even understand it. It's crazy. And it doesn't really make much sense to me. Did I get that one that was flying? I feel like I missed it. I probably did. Oh well. I'm not gonna worry about it at this point. But yeah, we'll see. It's kind of weird because, like, we'll walk through town and I'm like, it's so quiet back here compared to like 3 blocks up that way. But it could just be the time of day that we walk through, like the afternoon and the weekend. It could be like, or during the summer, it could be rowdy with people having parties and kids and stuff. I don't know. Just don't know. Oh, well, now you came back. I was wondering if you were gonna. So how are you, Mrs. Rock Hero? Hope your day is going well. I have cupcakes I need to make. I don't know when I'm gonna get to those. So yeah, I don't know if we're doing anything tomorrow. I just don't. We could maybe work on this thing tomorrow. I kind of want to just work on it tonight and record it and use tomorrow as an impromptu edit day. Fine, thanks. Just doing some Orphan Week quests on one of your pasties. You got another level 60 now, so up to 7 total. Nice. Well done. Congratulations. Like, I really should go and do some of this holiday stuff on my iron, but I haven't had the will to force myself to do so. Because I'm just not feeling iron. I'm just not. I'm fighting burnout syndrome at the moment because we've been pushing the bloodthirsties so hard. And my brain is just focused on get these bloodthirsties done, so then we will be taking a small break. I will still be helping Lita do stuff, and I will probably still be part of the Dragon Isle Dragon Flight. I don't know why they called it Dragon Flight. I think it would have been better just call it Dragon Isles. I keep wanting to call it Dragon Isles. I'll probably still be part of the test team if I get an invite into beta for WoW challenges. If I don't get an invite, there's always PTR. But, you know, we'll see. I did do my opt-in for beta. We'll see what happens. But yeah, once we get these bloods done, I am taking at least a small break. Because finances are becoming pretty tight at the moment. I will probably play at some point during Dragon Flight. I just don't know how much at this moment. Like I said, it really depends on finances. Because we're pretty stretched at the moment. It is a concern. So we will see. And I just don't have the energy to constantly farm for mats to try to buy tokens with the amount that the tokens have been costing. Just, I don't have the time. Because there is a bunch of other stuff that I've been not doing while I've been working on other things, so if the husband gets his disability approved, we will see what happens with that. Then I'll probably be back to playing more regularly. But right now, it's just... It's gonna be a thing. Oh shit, hold on one second. I need to check something real super quick. Give me one moment. Okay. I just had a moment of, oh wait, when is my WoW supposed to be paid for? Did I... am I recalling the right date? So no, we're good. We're good. But I didn't want to like suddenly be kicked out because of time, because we've been playing. How are we gonna pay for it this month? But yeah, once we get the husband's if he gets his disability sorted, then I will probably be able to play a bit more regularly. But right now we're just so up in the air, we don't know. There was a kerfluffle over paperwork 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago. We got a letter in the mail that had been CC'd to us, that had been sent to our lawyer after, you know, we managed to get a hold of the lawyer, that we didn't understand. So we had basically gotten, you got a new working man called Tintax with a hunter pet called Pins, and she's a mechonym. Oh, nice. Good luck with that one. Hope you have fun with her. So we got a letter that was CC'd to us in the mail, which was weird, but it was addressed to our lawyer and us, saying that they didn't receive the paperwork they had requested from us. And we had until, like, we had like 7 days to produce this paperwork. And Russell and I are looking at each other like, what the hell are you talking about? Because Russell filled out this paperwork and he had said to the lawyer, can I give it to you to send in, or do I need to send this in myself? And the lawyer had told us, no, you can give it to us and we can send it in for you. That's not a problem. Because he's like, I kind of want a paper trail saying, yeah, I gave this to you and you sent it in. And because we didn't know what the fuck was going on. And we had done that fairly quickly after we had gotten the paperwork. And Russell had emailed it to the law office. Well, we didn't see that, like, within a few days, the lawyer's assistant or whatever had emailed us saying she was having trouble getting the paperwork to print or something, and that they were in the process of switching to a new system. Somehow, like, we didn't see the email and they didn't call us, but somehow they got it sorted and they managed to get the paperwork printed and sent to where it needed to go. And then we got that letter on a Friday at like 3:30 in the afternoon. And a husband and I are like, what the fuck is going on? We couldn't get a hold of the lawyer. He tried to call them first. And then he's trying to dig through, trying to find the paperwork. Copies in case we had to send it again. And he found that, and then he decided to call Social Security and be like, hey, what the hell's going on? You guys said that you didn't get this. I sent it. I gave it to my lawyer to send in. They said they gave it to you guys. Like what is happening? And he had asked for an extension because we thought we were gonna have to mail it. So they gave us like 2 extra days extension. They said it just has to be postmarked by this date. And we're like, you're sure? And they're like, yeah, as long as it's postmarked before this date, then you're fine. And we're like, okay. So Monday morning, we mailed a copy. Like a copy from us directly. And we had called the lawyer. We got a hold of them on Monday. And we're like, hey, what the effing hell is going on? Why are they saying they never got the paperwork when we gave it to you to send in? Like, what is happening? And the lawyer's secretary or assistant was really confused, and they're like, I don't know, because we sent it to them. I know for a fact that we sent it to them. So they said, look, we'll send it again, and we're going to give you a receipt for the fact that we sent it. So I don't know if this is just red tape, bureaucratic shenanigans. But to do this to someone with an effing anxiety disorder that refuses to cooperate medically is not cool. Because then we, you know, the weekend was just such a heavy weight over us until we could actually talk to the lawyer and try to find out what the fuck was going on. Oh, 48. It was, our nerves were shot. And we still don't know. We're back in a void of information, so we don't know what's going on now. We supposedly had the receipt emailed to us that the lawyer sent the paperwork again. So we'll see what happens. But at least you don't have to pay this lawyer unless he gets approved. So no more green. We're not doing that because you didn't give me a decline option. I had to accept it. But we can't do the mall skip until level 50. I'll let you do it at 48. Which is probably for the best, because if I was out there at 48, I would not be happy. Wow, challenges. Bloodthirsty. Soul Gleaf. Vengeance, Demon Hunter, Dings, level 48. I'm looking at a slash played of 3 days, 15 hours, 54 minutes, and 12 seconds. Total kills. 5,344. So no, this year's just been like this year from like starting from last March of 2021 to now has just been fucking brutal. Because we've just been in this entire hole of uncertainty that's just been looming over our heads. Because he did his application last March. And the lawyer was saying, well, it could take about 18 months to get things approved. And him and I are just like, are you kidding? Alright, so let's do our vendor trash. We got an interesting variety of things there. 264. And then we'll go ahead and get rid of our greens. So that's another 26. Oh, my allergies are so bad. Like the back of my throat is itching. And I'm like trying to swallow to scratch it. It's so stupid. Just like there. I've been sneezing like crazy. That's an interesting. I think that's one of the sets for out here. Alright, so let's pop over to the druid. We got the druid and the DK left to go. If we load. My load times have been really slow in the past couple of days, and I don't know why. Alright, so the ones that are out here in Bastion, I've been taking down to 1 bar to go because it's a little long in the tooth leveling out here. Oh, that was weird. That was a stutter step. So she's picked up a few greens and an interesting variety of vendor trash. So we will see how things go. So this is the Tauren Druid that I am in bear form with. Our friend is probably out here that we've been battling. It's about the time of day that I usually see them. Oh, maybe it was an internet stutter. Oh, there we go. Twitch is good. Everybody's good. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop on in here. And get down to business. I'm hearing noises. And I don't know if I should be concerned by these noises. Because I don't know. Like, I don't think our power will be affected. I don't think so. I think they're still dealing with the tree that they had to chainsaw up. I don't know if the tree fell on a power line down there, because the post that the business made was saying some nonsense about how they were closed for at least today, and it would depend on how long it took them to get the electric company to come out. So I'm not real sure what's going on there. On the opposite side of the street, our internet is fiber, so that's underground. Alright, well, we're at 96% on the druid. So we will try to get through this in fairly short order. Druid's been doing okay. Killing wise, at least compared to the DK. It's been a lot faster. For the most part, on the whole. I mean, at least there's stuff I can do to make it feel like the fight's going faster, where I'm not just like sitting there auto-attacking, waiting for a rune to come back up. So, it's something. As we get that done.
Do you want your chicken back in the fridge?
Chicken. Oh,
I think it's still frozen.
just put it in the fridge and I'll have it tomorrow. Alright. I forgot I had taken chicken out originally for dinner. Alright. So we will see what happens here. I'm really mystified that we never heard that tree fall. The way it's splintered on the bottom from the pictures really kind of makes me feel like lightning hit it, because it fell in such a weird way.
You talking to me?
In general. If you want to chime in, that's fine. I haven't seen our friend yet today. Maybe they're not here today. Or they're not here yet today. That's certainly possible. Let's get a heal going. Alright. So, 97%. So yeah, the moths, these moths, are giving us 496 currently. The moths when we hit level 60 give more XP than some of the other mobs. So it's weird to me that at this level they give a bit less than, say, the horses or our goat friends do. Or deer friends, I don't know what the fuck they are. They're like some weird hybrid mashup of multiple different animals smooshed together. They're kind of like feathery, scaly deer without antlers, so I don't know. But we are now up to 98%. As we keep on hammering away here. Now I do have food on this one because we have had to eat a few times where if we had a bad rate at which the gore dot was hitting us or something. So always make sure you have some sort of food on you, even if you're like, I'm never gonna eat this, because you don't know if you just might end up doing so. And we've been able to get enough money through vendoring, whether that's vendor trash or vendoring greens, to more than cover our food bills. I mean, this turtle soup we've still had from BFA, so it's not like we go through a ton of it. I do have to be mindful in this area out here of when I hit certain spells, because of those two that go running through here, that these AoEs don't tag them, because that would be a little problematic, shall we say. I really don't want two of these guys at once. if we can help it. Just really don't. Alright. So we'll grab this guy. The amount of critters that I have killed. Oh, poor critters. Oh well. One of the downsides to being a critter, I guess, but being a pixely critter, you come back, so. Just think of it as a coffee break. I don't know. Let's see. So we're not gonna have to do a full loop on this one, because I think we really only need a couple more kills. It says we're at 100%, but it's still probably 2 more kills. Alright, so maybe 1 more kill now. Oh, they're still chopping down that tree. It sounds like. Well, the one downside to Frenzy Regen is that you have to have rage to use it. And there's our kill. Alright. So, just wanted to make sure I was on the rock when I go to sit down. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and hearth back, and we'll get our slash played. Okay. So, WoW challenges. Bloodthirsty Soul Survivor. Are a bad druid. Dings level 53. So that's going to be a slash played of 5 days, 19 hours, 34 minutes, and 50 seconds. Total kills to date on this character. Are sitting at 11,090. Okay. So we'll go ahead and send that off to Twitter, and we're gonna quick do our repair. So 4 gold repair. Alright, let's do our vendor trash first here. Alright, so vendor trash netted us 231 gold. And our greens another 400 gold. So 4, 5, 6, so 631 approximately. So not bad, not bad. So we need to try to get up a bit more money here, hopefully, because we're gonna have to replace some gear when we get to 56 or 57. So, you know, or hopefully gear prices won't be as astronomical when we get up to that point. Alright, so we're gonna quick switch servers here. And we're gonna grab the DK. I did redo the DK's transmog. She is wearing the Templar set. I had some of the pieces already, and I found a couple of the other pieces fairly cheap on auction house. She did replace her cape while she was out there in the killing fields. So that's a different color now. I had tried to kill the level 60 mobs this level. And I was able to kill the level 60 moths. However, the fight took a ridiculously long amount of time. And while it was giving me like 900 and some XP, it just didn't feel like the time management of the length of fight versus the amount of XP I getting was any, like, it didn't feel worth it. Even though I was getting the more XP, the bar, the blue bar, or XP bar, it was hardly moving. And I was like, you know what, we can just kill the mobs that are going to give us a little bit less XP and do it faster so we can get through more of them in a more timely manner, and then next level we should be able to kill those level 60 mobs a little bit faster, because these guys are green to us right now. The level 60 mobs are dark orange to us. So I'm just hoping that next level, and it should work out, that next level we'll be able to deal with them a little bit faster. And then everything will be all good. And I know these guys aren't giving us as much XP as those other mobs, but it's kind of on our way, so I'm like, fuck it, we're just gonna grab these guys. They're on the way. It seems silly not to grab them since they're on the way. Like, we just really might as well. Since I know we can kill them. Alright, and I mean, there's a good number of these guys just kind of sitting here. And just chilling. So might as well, right? Okay. I feel like there should have been... Well, no, maybe I got them all. Like, I know how many there are from the one direction, but I wasn't keeping track of how many I killed coming from the other direction. So I wasn't quite sure I had gotten them all there for a moment. Alright, so we are sitting at 96% through level, where are we, 56. Oh wait, I forgot about these guys. So if this one's 56, they're gonna be 57. 58. We may have to set the Demon Hunter next week and level the Warrior in its place. Because I will not have 3 challengers out here at once. No. That's not happening. I don't have time for that. There's just no way. So up to 97%, although I feel like 97% should be a bit more at the halfway mark on there.
I don't have a target.
You don't have a target, there's one right in front of you. Alright. So yeah, I don't know, I just feel like this one is a bit slower. It's probably because I'm not completely managing or timing my runes that well. So I'm just like, bam, 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 let's be done with this mob and move on to the next one, and it doesn't work like that on the DKs. Sadly enough. I'm sure it doesn't help that I'm in tank spec either, so that's gonna slow things down a bit. But at this point, there is really no doing anything fast with her. It just doesn't happen. Oh, right. So, her level's been a little bit interesting. As far as what's dropped, what's not really dropped. So, we're over 2 stacks of the Umbra pelts, and we just started our second stack on the patterned wings. Should pick up a horn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and she's sitting at 5 greens right now. I kind of feel like the druid had more greens. Pretty sure they did. But greens are always gonna be an RNG thing. So some levels are good, some levels you get none. That's just the way it is. I remember going a full level in a WoD zone where I got none. Absolutely none. It was a little surprising, but it does happen. My RNG is not the most generous one out there. And I guess I just keep fumbling my loot rolls. Loot rolls. There we go. So. We will see. I mean, it's not like I have to have phenomenal RNG rolls, but it definitely helps pay the bills. Alright, so we're up to 98%. And we're just, this level 56 is a weird level. It's a weird limbo level because it's either try to tough out the longer fights on the orange level 60 mobs and hope you come out the other side okay. Or suffer through the fact that you're gonna be killing green mobs for at least one level. At least. I'm hoping that next level we can deal with the orange mobs a little bit better and a little bit quicker than how they were going this level, because I really don't want to spend another level killing the godforsaken amount of green mobs that we're gonna need. Just don't. It really slows down leveling for me on an already slow to level character. But we'll see. Now this one won't get a celebration write-up. They'll get a mention, but they won't get a write-up. Because they are a hero class and didn't start at level 1. And that's fine, but you know, don't expect there to be any kind of info on this one if she gets there. Well, it's not a done deal until you ding 60. Anything can happen in the meantime. Oh, this one might ding on the turtles too, maybe. That'd be fascinating. Can't say for certain they will, but they might. Maybe. I am deliberately not dropping Death and Decay here. Because, people can drag mobs through this section. And that patrol. So we're just not gonna. We're not gonna tempt fate. Much better that we don't. Much, much better. Alright, I want to keep an eye on where those horses are. I never know for certain if something's gonna try to spread the DK diseases, so I have to be real careful about what I'm doing. I did accidentally end up with a second horse while leveling her, and that was a bit of a hot mess, so. But yeah, I think we might just ding on these turtles. Maybe. I mean, it says 99%, but Blizzard's math's a little interesting. Alright, now the turtles in select spots I can probably use Death and Decay. I have seen people train mobs from over where all those little flying snakes are to our right. No, to our left, excuse me. Down there where you're helping Zozami or whatever the hell her name is. Back in there, there's hostile mobs there that I've seen people train through this archway. So I would not use Death and Decay there. If I'm gonna use it, it would probably be on the other side of the lake here. Just to be a little bit safer. I haven't seen anybody train mobs in a while through here, but you know, it would be that one time since I've seen it before. That one time that I drop it. That's when shit's gonna get funny. Alright, I'm thinking like 2 to 3 more mobs. So, I don't think we'll be doing a stream tomorrow. If we do, it's probably going to be an art stream. Or potentially a Planet Zoo stream. But I don't have anything planned for tomorrow. But odds are we probably won't end up doing anything. And then Thursday we'll hop back in on Architect. And start our new campaign. Alright, this might... well, this might do it. No, we're gonna need one more. I think we'll need one more. Depends on how bad my quick math is. Which is usually bad. Yeah, one more. Eight. No. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, maybe two more. Actually, I always look at the wrong number. Maybe two more. We'll see. Because we're only getting 440. Yeah. Really? 9, 8, 7. We're 60 XP points. Really? 60 XP points. Christ's sake. Alright. Well, let's get to digging here. And there we go. Level 57. So don't forget, those turtles aren't always gonna ding. Or aren't always gonna drop loot. Sorry. Okay. Let us hearth back. We'll get our slash played. Okay. Okay. So, WoW challenges. Bloodthirsty. My bloody soul. Blood DK. Dings level 57. I'm jumping the gun. Slash played is gonna be 7 days. Sorry, I had tape on my desk and it's unsticking, and it's unsticking on the desk, but it's sticking to my arm and it's becoming a problem. 7 days, 3 hours, 50 minutes, and 33 seconds. Our total kills are 13,499. Okay, so we will send you to Twitter and we will quickly do our vendoring.
I got what you need.
So 18 gold repair bill. That hurt a little bit. Alright, let's bust through our vendor trash here. Alright, so vendor trash was 437 this level.
Oh, do I have a deal for you?
And then our greens
Hurry back.
netted us another 2,076. Alright. So again, that's it for today. Tomorrow we will be doing nothing. And Thursday we will be doing Parkitect. We're gonna go see Zorts now. So I will see you all on Thursday this week, and take care until then, and stay safe on your challengers.